What homelessness is like. It's like a dark place. It's like a dark hole that you don't imagine or think you will end up in.
You've lost hope, like you're less of a person, like you're not a productive member of society.
Feels like despair, like your world is ending.
Am I gonna be okay? I graduated high school and I ended up going to cosmetology school afterwards. My career took off after I got my license. I just went full-time, full speed into cosmetology. That would lead me to Atlanta. And I ended up meeting a guy here. We ended up getting married and we have 2 beautiful children. And I wasn't working, I was a stay-at-home mom with my 2 daughters and everything. I stopped doing hair and the marriage became real toxic, like really toxic.
My family and I got caught in Hurricane Sandy. I lost my home. So with the funding I got from FEMA, my mom had already moved down here, so I moved here. I was doing good for a while, and then I got laid off. And at that point, my funds were depleted. I had nothing left in savings. My daughter was 4, and my son, I had just had my son. He was about a month old.
I kind of started having kids while I was finishing my education. So I was basically living in an environment where I was kind of uncomfortable from the beginning. It was, infested, it had a lot of repairs that needed to be done, a lot of leaks. It just wasn't a place that I felt comfortable raising my family. And at the time I was in between jobs and kind of fell behind on a lot of, my bills.
I remember running out the door. I had, my cousin had came over like the night before, my friend, a good friend of mine. We had just packed everything we could take with us, just the clothes on our back. And when I left, I ran and I didn't look back. I just kept going.
The leasing agent had come to the office and very crassly said, either you have my money or you get out. So, I had to go.
It was just like a all of a sudden thing because I didn't want to face the actual eviction process. So I just pretty much packed up everything and got a U-Haul.
I called 211. When I called 211, they put me in contact with Genesis Shelter. Of course, I didn't want to take my kids and live in a shelter. I was very scared. That was one of the scariest moments of my life. But again, it was one of the greatest moments in my life too, because I left something. I was like, I felt so free. And I stayed there for 6 months. And Genesis Shelter is partners with Atlanta Children's Shelter. And so they provided free childcare for my daughter so I can get up and go to work.
Okay, I remember when I walked in Atlanta Children's Shelter the first time, everybody was just amazing. They greeted me as a normal individual.
It was like a breath of fresh air. I felt so comfortable and I felt so good that my kids would be taken care of because you feel the genuine love.
I had gotten a job at a warehouse working 12-hour shifts. So I worked 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So right when they opened, I would drop my children off. And Miss Kim, she was the infant toddler teacher and she had my son. She would let me call no matter what time just to hear him coo in the background. You can't find that level of care most places.
When I initially first started my job, they had a makeover because at that time I felt really, really bad about myself and it made me feel like I belonged.
Knowing that my kids was being taken care of, it just helped me, get out there and hustle. I went to work, I was full-time. It didn't take me long to find a job. I have been going up from here since I left there, been going up, and I'm just so grateful and thankful.
I'm back in school now, finishing my nursing degree, and Atlanta Children's Shelter is sponsoring that. That's been pretty incredible, to be able to go to school worry-free.
It helped me reestablish my life, and it gave my youngest child a bright start. Through the help of Atlanta Children's Shelter, it was bright, and I'm fortunate for that. Homelessness happened to me, but it did not overcome.
I am resilient. I am a survivor.
I made it, and I'm okay.